Okay, so we've all seen the word explain. What does explain mean? Yeah, you can give details. You're not just saying something, you're going to explain it, which means you're going to be using a lot of description. Yes.
Like explaining is like telling something.
Telling something.
Like you're telling somebody about this or about that.
Okay. I'll add that. Okay. For example, in a test, they would say something, explain how the setting impacts the plot in a story. Alrighty, what's a plot mean? What is a plot of a story? Who remembers?
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Time and place.
That's the setting is time and place. What's the plot? Yes?
It's like what the story's mainly no, that's mainly
What's this? It's not a very good drawing, but what is that? Plot mountain, which has what in it? Okay, what's the first one? Exposition, rising action, climax, action. Alrighty, if you need to write that down for plots, let's do that. Okay, the setting is what?
Time and place.
Okay, different things. Okay, anyway, so let's say explain how the setting impacts the plot in the story. So let's say the story has a set in fairyland in 1900s. Okay, let's say, well, how does the setting affect the plot? So was there something happening at that time that affected the plot? Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Especially in Bud's time, right? The Great Depression, that was the setting was a huge factor, right? Okay. Doodle, some people didn't know what doodle means, and that's fine. It means draw, okay? 3 steps for making a bowl of cereal. Then explain each step below each doodle, okay? So you're gonna draw up here how to make a bowl of cereal, then you have to say, grab a bowl, grab a spoon, yeah, pour the cereal into the bowl, okay? Okay. All right, I'm going to move up a little bit so you can see, and I'll go back down. Formulate, okay, to create a plan or strategy. For example, a test question would be formulate an opinion. What's an opinion? Yes.
Me?
Yes.
An opinion's like let's say somebody else says this, but your opinion is this.
Okay. So it's not a fact. It can change depending on the person, right? Alrighty. Okay. About the author's message in the article. So when we did our little opinion papers, everyone had their opinion on whether the music program should stay or go, right? Okay. Imagine that we have a new student. Doodle a map of the school. Then formulate a plan for the new student navigating. What's the word navigating mean?
Finding his way around.
Finding his way from our classroom to the cafeteria. So you have to come up with a little, what kind of something would you put there?
A map building.
A map would be good, right? So to formulate, you're making a plan. As teachers, we make plans every day, okay? How's it gonna work in this hour? Okay, are we gonna have a different group doing this? So we have to have a plan or a strategy, was it's never successful. So formulate, usually you'll see this in math a lot, okay? But it's a very fancy word for formulating a plan. It's very fancy, okay? All right, identify, I know you've seen this word before. It's to give the name or characteristics of something. So identify the illustration in the text, and let's say it's an illustration of a dog. You'd say the illustration is identified as a dog. Yay, right?
It's like your identification.
Yes, okay. Identify the best word to describe the main character. So let's try to describe Bud. What's the best word to describe Bud? Yes.
A great person.
Give me one word. Caring. Yes, Lewis.
Funny.
Funny. Anyone else? Yes, Kaylee. Lonely. Ooh. All right. Okay. Now your activity. Think of a place you would like to visit. Doodle or draw a picture of the place. Add labels to identify different characteristics of the place. So let's say you draw Mount Everest. Okay, big old mountain. You need to have little labels, right? Oh, they drew one right here. So let's just do it right here. Changing here. So labeling would be something like this, right? Mountain. Label. Peak. Okay. Sunshine, whatever it shall be, but you have to label it. It's making sure that you can identify the different parts. Okay. And then there's a bird over there. Bird.
You could put snow.
You could put snow. I'm running out of room. Be smarter than me. And there's probably some kind of grass over here, I guess, if you really want to.
I think those are wrong.
Yours will be, there you go, it's up to you. Okay, yours will be a little different than mine. Okay, turning around. Illustrate. Okay, Oklahoma loves this word. Okay, illustrate to make clear by citing examples. So, test question, which statement best illustrates the story's conflict? So let's say we're reading Bud Not Buddy and I said, okay, on page 17, there's a really good sentence that shows how bad the problem is in Bud Not Buddy. What was the conflict in Bud Not Buddy? He couldn't find his dad, yeah. So you'd have to find something, you have to find something in the text that would best show that. That's all it's saying. So let's say he said, he doesn't say this, but I have to know who I am. Okay, and you'd find that would be the best way to illustrate, hey, Bud's conflict really makes him suffer. Okay, alrighty. Doodle 3 words in a creative style that illustrate how you feel on the first day of school. So it's saying you're writing, but you're making the writing look pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like cursive, you guys learned some cursive in art this week? Okay, so it's saying pretty much, so doodle 3 words in a creative style that illustrate how you feel on the first day of school. So scared would be like her horror book, like goosebumpy writing, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? That's scary writing. Okay. If you're excited, you'd be something like happy and like little cursive writing that's leafy and pretty, right? I'll see how you guys do. Maybe you have a different idea than I do. Okay. Indicate is to point out or show. So if I said to you, indicate to me where the folder is, you would say, there it is, Mrs. Sutton. Okay. Hope not. Which statement best indicates the climax, which is what of the story? The peak. The turning point. Yeah. The highest point. Okay. Which statement best indicates the climax of the story? So if I said, in Bud Not Buddy, go find the sentence or the paragraph that shows the biggest climax, what would that be? Yes.
Bud finding that out that he's in his mom's bedroom. That would
okay. What about his you're probably gonna say breakdown. His little breakdown? Yeah, that was a turning point when he said, "You're my dad." Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You're my dad.
Yes. Where was I? Here. Okay. Okay. Doodle an image on the T-shirt to indicate your favorite hobby. Okay, so you pretty much have to show me your favorite hobby on your shirt. I wouldn't have to ask you about it. I'd be able to indicate. Ooh, piano. That's all I got. Ooh, card playing. Okay.
I put a little stick man holding a football.
Okay. Interprets, which is a great word to remember, to find meaning from information and clues, reading between the lines, kind of on an inferencing route. So if you're interpreting something, you're going way deeper than just going, okay, this is green grass. You'd be looking right into detail of the grass, okay? Test question, interpret the following quote from the text. So they'll say, you need to tell us or describe to us all the things about this quote, okay? Oh, that gives answers. Does it? Was yours look like that? Oh, it does. Okay, then one. Interpret how each character is feeling based on the speech bubbles below. Then doodle a face for the character to show. Oh yeah, the faces were blank. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Okay, the character to show their feelings. Okay. So I barely slept last night. We kind of got an idea what his face would look like, right? My blood is boiling. Okay, that would mean that things are a little rough. Okay, bad day. Okay, this is a dream come true. Different vibe. Okay, so give me what that would be.
Wait, isn't I thought my blood's boiling like hot. No, that means that you're
No,
really
you're
mad.
angry. You're angry. Okay, one more and then we'll move on. Okay, infer, we have talked about this. To make an educated guess based on evidence and your personal experience. Yay, we know that one. Which of the following cannot be inferred? That will be one of the test questions. Okay. Imagine a suitcase packed with sunglasses, shorts, t-shirts, and a bathing suit. I already know where this is going. Make an inference about where the traveler is going. Doodle a sketch of where the traveler might be vacationing. Okay, based off the clues, we have a good idea, don't say it out loud, of where this person's going, correct? Sunglasses, shorts, t-shirts, bathing suit, we got it. Justify. To provide a good reason for something. Some of us, well actually most of us would like to justify things even if we know we're wrong. We still kind of justify it, okay? Test question, what events justify the main character's action? So let's say someone was like, well, Bud's breakdown was not okay. And Cannon was like, no, I'm going to justify that because he was upset and he had finally found his dad and his dad was really mean, right? So Cannon's justifying Bud and saying, no, he's okay for what he did. Make sense? Okay. Imagine that you need to give someone the Best Neighbor Award. Doodle an image of something someone could do to justify receiving that award.
Moving.
Okay, you guys can come up with that one. And predict. Remember we talked about the weatherman and how they predict the weather. Tell what will happen next. I love predictions. Test questions. Based on the passage, predict what will likely happen next. Check out this doodle. Predict what will happen next. Doodle your prediction. Alrighty. I'm going to take it back to that page.